In the days after the Great Flood, all of humanity spoke one language, one voice, one speech. The earth was still young with new generations of Noah's descendants spreading eastward. As they journeyed, they discovered a vast plain in the land of Shinar, fertile, open, and full of promise. And there they said to one another,
"Come, let us settle here in this land. Let us build."
Their hearts were united, their purpose bold. They began to mold clay into bricks and burn them strong. Instead of stone, they used brick. Instead of mortar, they used tar. Then they said,
"Let us build ourselves a city with a tower that reaches to the heavens, so that we may make a name for ourselves. Otherwise, we will be scattered over the face of the whole earth."
"Come, let us build a city for ourselves with a tower that reaches to the heavens, so we may make a name for ourselves and never be scattered across the face of the earth." Their ambition grew with every layer, man reaching upward toward God's throne, building not just a tower, but pride itself into the sky. From the heavens the Lord looked down upon the city and the tower that mankind was building. He saw their unity, their shared speech, and their relentless will. And he said, "Behold, they are one people and they all have one language." This is only the beginning of what they will do. Nothing they propose to do will now be impossible for them. God saw that the heart of man leaned again towards self-glory rather than divine obedience. Then the Lord said,
"Behold, they are one people, and they all have the same language. This is only the beginning of what they will do. Nothing they plan to do will be impossible for them. Come, let us go down and confuse their language, so that they will not understand one another's speech."
Suddenly their words turned into chaos. Workers could no longer understand their neighbors. The masons called for bricks, but the others brought water. The overseers shouted commands that fell on ears of foreign speech. Confusion spread like fire through the camp. The rhythm of creation turned to discord. The hands that once built together now fell idle in frustration. And so the Lord scattered them from there across the face of all the earth. The work stopped. The tower stood incomplete, an unfinished monument to human pride. They left the city behind, drifting into nations and tribes, each with its own tongue, each seeking its own way. That place was called Babel, because there the Lord confused the language of the whole world. From Babel, he scattered humanity far and wide, fulfilling what they feared most, to be divided, to be dispersed. The name Babel would echo through time as a reminder that unity without humility leads to downfall. Generations later, that same plain in Shinar would witness the rise of kingdoms, of empires that sought greatness apart from God, Babylon itself born from Babel's dust. And each time pride would lift its head, and each time it would fall. For the Lord exalts the humble but resists the proud. What humanity tried to build for its own glory, God turned into a lesson for eternity. The Tower of Babel was never just about bricks and stone. It was about the human heart, the desire to reach heaven without God, the longing for name and fame rather than obedience and faith. And yet, from that scattering came diversity, language, and nations woven into the fabric of creation's story. Even in confusion, God's plan continued, and so the Tower of Babel stands as a symbol for all generations. The true unity is not found in human ambition, but in surrender to God's purpose, not by reaching upward to the heavens, but by walking humbly with the one who made them.